Okay, so that's adjusted now. We've set the spring preload and we've set the ride height roughly. We're going to change that later on, it's adjustable on the car, but we've set it to roughly where we think it's going to be right. So, we've got the fronts off, onto the backs. First thing to do in the boot is to remove the fuel filler cap protector plate here, which is just a load of 10 mils. Lovely. And this side is just the two 14 mils, we can get to either side there, so just going to use a ratchet, get those on. So we've got the top mount bolts undone, we're just going to undo the main big bolt that holds the bottom bush of the damper here. And finally, just a pair of 14s to take the anti-roll bar drop link off the lower arm so we can move the suspension down out of the way. So we've got the bolts out top and bottom. Just going to get a helper here to help me lever the wheel hub and the suspension down. I'm just going to lever the damper out. And that's out. So we've just very roughly set the ride height on these. We're going to pop them on. Because they're much shorter stroke and shorter in length than the standard ones, we don't need to use spring compressors or anything fancy. We'll be able to just lever down on the standard suspension arms and slot it into place. So now we've got the damper back in place, we're just going to pop the standard bolts back in on the bottom here. And then the same story with the rears. You'll notice with the rears on these, we've designed them so the suspension top mounts have actually got a cup. The damper can travel up inside. So although it's quite a short unit, you're not losing any stroke travel because it actually goes up inside the top mount here. So, pop that up, lever the arm down, and that should all slot neatly into place. And then same as the fronts, we're just going to pop the standard bolts all back in. So we've got all the coilovers on now, all the bolts are done up tight, we're just going to pop some wheels on, drop it down and see what the ride height's like. So we've got the wheels on, got the suspension all bolted up, down on some blocks of wood so we can see what the ride height's like, and yeah, not ideal. It's quite a lot too low at the front and quite a lot too high at the back. So we're just going to pop the wheels off again, raise it up and just tweak the ride height a little bit. So just pull the wheels off to change the ride height. Just while we're here, it's worth noting little bolt here. So we're going to take that out while we're here because we're running quite low, we don't want that to dig into the tyre. Okay, so to adjust the ride height, all we're going to do is undo the lock collar, bracket there, set that so it's loose, and just spin it a bit with the hands, move it out of the way. Then to raise the ride height, we need to wind the damper body out of the bottom bracket. So there we go, we've set the ride height, used the tape measure to make sure we're okay side to side, so the left and right all match up. That's pretty much where we want it now, it's looking good. We've adjusted the damping. If you have a look on the top of the struts now, those damper adjusters are here. So we've set those up. Fully clockwise is full hard, and we've set them to full hard and back them off about 6 clicks, so we're probably on 9 out of 16. Seems to be the optimal setup for the road for these. What we're going to do is just drive it for a bit, see how we get on, let everything settle in, and then come back and check all the nuts and bolts again just to make sure everything's happy. Okay, so I've had the coilovers on the car for about a week now. I've got the ride height exactly where I want it. I've had a little play with the damping settings, and I'm with that now. Come into the workshop to just do a quick nut and bolt check, make sure everything's still tight and as it should be, and then a quick road test before this afternoon when I'm off to a track day at Mallory Park. So we're out for a drive in the car. The ride compared to the Bilsteins that were on there before is much nicer. It's really supple, compliant, it's sporty still, but it really soaks up the bumps, giving a very comfortable ride compared to what was on there before. And these coilovers have got pillable top mounts. A lot of people will say that they get really noisy, that you have to have rubber insulation in there in order to reduce the harshness, the vibration, but that's not true at all. Don't know if you can hear, but there's no noises whatsoever from the top mounts. It's literally just tight, precise, exactly as you'd want it to be.
Leaning back at you. That was a UFO leaning back at you.